Okay, ebusia for more we akwa ba so pesa be Kintu TV. Send your first time on Kintu TV a. Na de dia meso ne so be subscribe, over like, over comment. Your comment section is over click on the notification button for more news update. Yen na ya to say the attorney general say case na yeah really ama at Forson any Richard Japano on tiase. So therefore the case we ekwakopiemu with the apex court in Ghana the Supreme Court. So Cecilia from the office of the attorney general or say the Court of Appeal decision regarding the acquitted and discharge of Dr. Forson and Richard Japa is unfair to the nation and inimical to the fight of impunity. The Attorney General is going to promptly go on appeal. It's in for us say Obeko appeal because this year no already the two justices the two justices Justice Kweku Akabuafo and Justice Bright Mensa akwakoye 2:1. It's on me nyina no ebusafo omantimi an case we really ne ye dia. I also the copy mu ewo appeal court because oma bogana foka. And then nipa bia ono so ni hu this asem we mu bia no e was also hapaba no be yi simfo bia no ti said na ekoso ewo appeal court no na ebusafo nsem we nyina ekoso ewo attorney general office we ye no e na to force na be guarantee interview na interview mu na obeka say eye nyankopon adi ni ho afofi because only at fault and I say only at fault because as a Ghanaians episode nyame adoma 2024 on 7th of December case we open so much in chin then nyame adoma and kanam so ama NDC for asa petition and I say asa no position wa bi but efa ensisiano Richard Japan so ababe granting interview say ono so the obey sisiano or call straight to the office of the Chief Justice her leadership tokunu akwaje ne passport and the particulars be because ontimi emfa ne niema engu ne offices a obetimi use against him dachi bi it is here no sema ekoso ne abusafo akwakoye bebre and I support the attorney general because how possible is that so nipa menu 2 3 4 betimi afa 2.37 euros edikwa whilst Ghanaians some people are suffering. And yes, some people we all are suffering. It's not easy. And you know, Tisiano, come on, you go to Semahodo, I coso area my Ganimase. But before that, subscribe to Kintu TV, like your comment. Your comment section, always click on the notification button for more news updates. And channel, you go to Marcia. Medas.
Ruling on Omode Bayano. Now, the office of the Attorney General Akasa almost say the Court of Appeal decision regarding the acquittal and discharge of Dr. Forson and Richard Japa is unfair to the nation and inimical to the fight against impunity. The Attorney General is going to promptly file an appeal. Yes, this is the breaking news. Cecilia in SMPTV, Abekayensa. And a and a court of petition by 2-1 decision. The presiding judge, Justice Pukwe Champon, said there be Ato Forson has a case to answer. 2 justices, Justice Bright Mensa, and also Justice Kweku Akabuafo, said there be Yenya Omo, me and Formunko. And Yamu said Ato Forson about Bontin to have a grant interview. Say he has been justified. Nyankopon Ebu Nebem, Ejano, Nehuson or Ko. Richard Japan so a grant interview said he is going straight to the office of Justice Efiasewasa Butwe or Kwajene passport to Kwanye Dwanye from my Ghana is as a court of appeal Ejano say only any case to answer. The witness is no supina mokrano ubi anko ni baby and no Attorney General and Minister for Justice Godfrey Yebo Odame in a swift response akopiemu ewo court of appeal and saka judgment ni bia wakenkan mu or say judgment no it is not in favor of the nation. M1 minor. Esan said, ruling na omode aba no, say 2.37 million euros na Ghana ebo saka no. Nya de sika no Ghana nsabeka bi. Ashim. Skani ishimu a die nti na omo a omo hweye ema say sika no ashim no. Ye jai omo said they should go scot free. and the office of the Attorney General Godfred Odame says ruling it is unfair to the nation and inimical. Now, the Attorney General raises certain points in his official release. The office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice to all press houses, including SMPTV. Press release. The Republic versus Kesa and Forson and two others. Two others each say you almost had this Sylvester Neyman account. Until we don't know, say, Yare no, say, say the Assembly in the Buffalo Bank, the Versailles number called to be media. Point 1. Attorney General say, on 30th July 2024, end of the year, the Court of Appeal, by a split 2-1 decision, the 3-2, said the joint news for the multimedia for Kikana, a 2-1 decision. The Court of Appeal, in a 2-1 split decision, allowed an appeal against the ruling of the High Court Accra, dated 30th March 2023, dismissing a submission of no case filed by the accused persons and ordering them to open their defense. The Office of the Attorney General considered the decision of the Court of Appeal to be perverse in the quest for public accountability and rule of law. The decision clearly is heavily against the weight of the cogent evidence led by the prosecution in substantiation of all the charges against the accused persons and the trial. Point 3. The relevant facts of the matter as borne out by the undisputed evidence led so far show that vehicles purporting to be ambulances were imported into the country in December 2014 in violation of the contract governing the transaction. The then Minister for Health, Mrs. Sherry Ayiti, had cautioned in writing against the importation of the vehicles into the country. There was thus no request by the Ministry for Health for the vehicles to be imported into the country or for the letters of credit, which were the means of payment for the vehicles under the contract, to be established. With no request from the Ministry of Health or any authorization whatsoever, and at the time the period for the supply of the ambulances and the contract had elapsed, the first accused, Kesa and Forson, by letters dated and 7th and 14th August 2014, instructed the Bank of Ghana and the Controller and Accountant General to issue letters of credit for the payment for the vehicles. The letters of credit were consequently established on 18th August 2014, where Big C General Trading Limited, the suppliers of the vehicles based in Dubai, whose contract had no parliamentary approval, proceeded to ship the vehicles on receipt of letters of credit. When the letters of credit arrived, when the vehicles arrived, they were not of the kind specified in the contract. Furthermore, apart from the absence of basic parts and equipment required for an ambulance, the National Ambulance Service and the Ministry of Health noted serious defects in every material part of the vehicles. Such was the fundamental nature of the defects that a former Minister for Health, Dr. Alex Shebefia, described the vehicles as ordinary vans, quote unquote, not fit for purpose. In point of fact, a report on the vehicles by the authorized dealers in Mercedes-Benz, commissioned by the Ministry of Health in 2015 to assess the vehicles, tendered in evidence by the prosecution, stated that the vehicles could never be converted into ambulances. The defects were so irreversible that from the time the vehicles started arriving in December 2014 right up to January 2017, when the erstwhile John Dramani Mahama administration left office, they could not be converted into ambulances. The Office of the Attorney General considers the decision of the Court of Appeal grossly unfair to the nation and inimical to the fight against impunity and abuse in public office. The office will promptly file an appeal in order to erase the effect of this erroneous decision of the Court of Appeal. Signed, Godfred Odame, Attorney General, Minister for Justice. Enti ensam wa yakeka ho asem wo court wa Ghana fo nyina be hunu a dance ye ho no wo court. Say number 1, vehicles na ikokra baaye no, ambulances no, NDC appointees, Mahama appointees na nkasa, First Health Minister Shariaite said there be M1 Alesebefia be hu ye or say it is not fit for purpose. Ti ni kwan say dey adwuma. Unauthorized letters of credit and any kwan say to Forson e dey kwa onu ankasa e dey koye which has been established by Setepe Nankasa, Richard Japa Ebai, Ebedia Nancy, Setepe was evil and intina dealer, non to force a person, you know, no one Piamanankoso. All these matters were established in the due trial process. Inti a young one saying, the Court of Appeal, and this are ruling by and no, and the Office of the Attorney General say, based on all these evidences here, they are done here, say at the Ministry of Health, there was an opposition to the fact say when a man for ambulances now ambulances not fit for purpose. Contractual terms in BBN any dances in a wasn't you go to SKB, I go to 2.37 million use. Any company now me Mercedes business na nkasa credit komono during NDC time 2015 on one kasa gitumu say yen to me convert emfanye ambulances from 2014 to 2017 and NDC tiabe so no none of them could serve this purpose. And yet then and a Court of Appeal Ebeka say Dr. Kesa Atufosin and Richard Japa have no case to answer to the nation. 2.37 million euros no Ghana emosa kana kwana. The Office of the Attorney General said they are filing an immediate appeal. See ya. No file immediate appeal now. The basically said the Chief Justice, Her Ladyship Gertrude Esaba Saki Tokono, will constitute another bench on the same Court of Appeal now. No Monswa Babiti. It is a say first Court of Appeal ruling by June 8, 2024. Ebo Kesa Atofos na sem totune. And no na Justice Amaleboba, Justice Bright Mensa, and one other justice, Ano Kamu. Second ruling here, a free Court of Appeal, and also another panel was constituted. Only Justice Bright Mensa was retained. Justice Pukwe Champa was presiding. Justice Kweku Boafu, no Kamu. And it is say here another appeal, Ebe. Probably a panel of 5. I know so many new justices. No, so by better case is so. 80 the Office of the Attorney General and so Edward PMO Appeals Court. In the case of Forson, the whole end to the into no number of bush they want to know. Richard Japan so consider passport every Yamane justice if you ask was a bujo the year say immigration cost from for man to man to coin there. Say they said them to 2 coin. In case this case is called back, how is it going to be? Now, more details are continuing to unravel. Yonko court, Yinkuti, if you want more ever.
And Richard Japa and Dr. Kesa Forson are going to work as 3 men on the street of Accra from today, because what we expect to happen in court in the next 2 hours or even less is that the trial judge is going to announce this ruling by the
Court of Appeal judge, you mean
in court.
Justice if
and that will bring finality to the matter for Dr. Kesa Forson and Richard Japa to walk free. Ben.
Right. We're also live on Joy 99.7 FM, bringing you this breaking story of the acquittal and, of course, the discharge of Dr. Kesa Forson. But just to clarify with you, you were saying that in the coming hours, it would imply that Justice Efiasewa will then have to, give this notice, serve this notice at the High Court that this is indeed what has happened. Does it mean, technically, that Dr. Forson has been acquitted and discharged? But hold on to that. Let me just bring in Eduji Tamaklo. He's a member of the legal team of the NDC. Eduji Tamaklo, a very good morning to you. You are the director of the legal